begins. Look who's here. You gonna sit through the whole show with me? I feel really, really geek today.
You know what? I'm feeding off the energy, so I'll take
it.
Okay. I will take it.
Okay,
definitely will
cool.
take it. Well, you know, I be trying to just chill sometimes.
Okay, guys. So first we got a shout out to our new set. Take a look at it. She did the damn thing. Okay, welcome to fall. Welcome to our new set. I was mad about leaving the other set, but I'm loving this set here, so I can't be mad. I can't shout out to Anais, who is producing her ass off.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so did I say that? I'm sorry. Okay,
but
wait a minute. Welcome to ActorScope, the what?
The first 30 minutes of your week.
I almost forgot my intro. Okay. So I'm excited. We have a lot to get to. It's going to be an intense show. I'm going to try my best not to do the West Indian thing and talk too fast. Okay, so because I want everybody to get everything we're about to say. This is an important show.
Absolutely.
Right, this is an important show. I think we have an important topic.
Yes.
So let's do the ritual, and then we'll get to the meat of it.
Before we get to the ritual, though,
okay,
can we just have a moment of silence for the devastation that happened?
Oh, in Haiti, yes, cool, yes. Yeah. Please speak more to that.
Very dramatic. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually Haitian, of Haitian descent, not Boule. You know, a lot of things have been said about the media, except for the right things. You know, I haven't seen much coverage about it, but it's not about the coverage. It's all about the response. So we'll give you guys an update. Follow us on our web pages because it's so hard to find nowadays a reputable source to donate.
If you know one though, please let us know.
Right.
Because at WSA we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do.
Exactly.
We thought about it. We talked about it. It's gonna be up in War Room, our weekly meeting. But we are going to do something because I believe at the end of the day, spiritually, God's gonna ask you, what did you do in the face of that situation?
Very much so.
We're going to figure that out. And we also got to shout out Sean Baker, Untitled.
One of my Untitled
Happy birthday, Sean!
Happy birthday, bro.
Shout you out. And, I can't forget my Yaya. It's all about my Yaya. Happy birthday, Yaya!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
May you both have a blessed another 365 with more love and happiness than you could ever imagine.
Amen. Let's drink to that.
Oh, yes. Oh, shameless plug at the same time. Shameless plug. Oh yeah, so I have to do another. It's like a commercial fill show. I'm gonna do another shameless plug because it's somebody that I'm really, really proud of and I love a lot. Okay, so you guys have got to go get yourself some honey punch. Can you see this? Facebook, can you see this?
Yeah, I think.
All right, check out Naturally Fly. Go to naturallyfly.com. Go to her Facebook page. Shout out to Denise who is doing the damn thing. She is our mini mogul. Like she is really, we're so excited for her, so happy for her. She just got distribution for her product, and y'all better get in while the getting's good, okay? Honey Punch is my favorite. I love my little Honey Punch basket that she gave me. So you guys, if you know what's good for you and you want to moisturize during the season when it's getting colder, get yourself some honey. Oh,
can I try some of that?
No.
I'm dry.
For men, they got one called Fly Daddy.
Oh, really?
Fly Daddy, yeah. Oh. So you will get your own, okay?
Okay, I'm about to say.
So Honey Punch is my favorite, but they have Fly Daddy for men. And once again, shout out to Denise. We love you. We're so proud of you and happy for you. And I know you're doing it in New York. It's cold there, though, girl. I know it's cold there. My mom told me this morning. Okay, so I digress. We did our commercials.
Yes.
We did our shout outs. Okay, cool. So let's get back to the basics.
Right.
All right, first of all, cool.
Who's watching?
Who's watching? Who's watching? Let us know where you're coming in for.
They're coming in on
and
Periscope.
Share and tweet. It's too far away. I can't see you. Gotta tell them.
Right.
Share and tweet. All right. So now, who's got heart challenge? Ooh, last week. Okay, who's got hearts? You gotta keep those hearts coming. Person with the most hearts at the end of the show gets to have their photo put all over our social media. Let me say social media.
Right.
Check out our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter. We'll be all over. It's a great way to get your name out there. Last week's winner was. I ain't got no drum roll. Nothing. I get no drum roll. No. All right. Janelle McFarland with 3,600 hearts. That is dope. Okay, can I say
3,600?
Yeah, we're in the studio, and you and I are trying to do a show in focus.
Right.
People are cooking. I smell food. This is so distracting.
It's okay. I need a
All
piece.
right, and then they bring the food in front of us to eat while we're on the air. Okay? I don't know what to call that, but I digress. Shout out Janelle. Okay.
There's just something about people named Donald. Just.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. I have to say this. I've stayed away from politics. I really have. I really don't. But I just saw this clip where Donald Trump has asked all his followers to go vote on November 28th. Y'all get out there on November 28th.
Go, November 28th.
November 28th, okay? November 28th.
Go for it.
I'm sorry I found that hilarious. Okay, now, for our Facebook people, we want to get your pictures out there too, so we have a contest for you, and that's the Who's Been Watching, and then we ask you a question, and the first person to answer the question correctly and email it to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com will be our winner. Now, last week's winner was, congratulations to Tammy Salter.
Tammy!
Shout out Tammy, she got the answer right. Okay, now, last week we had 3 wonderful guests. You and I, we bounce off each other. We do the co-host thing well.
I try.
He's been auditioning for this role like Kelly's auditioning people. You're my Anderson Cooper, okay? So you're the best one. So here it is. Our question last week, we had wonderful guests, 3 wonderful guests. Our question this week for our Facebook watchers is, name 2 of those 3 wonderful guests. You can name all 3 if you know them, but name at least 2 of them. The first person to answer correctly
gets the prize.
Which is?
For Who's Been Watching, you get everything blasting on social media. Go out and
Exactly.
see yourself. You might see yourself somewhere in the middle of Times Square. You never know. But let's
Okay,
put that in the fine print.
He's doing too much.
That's
now.
in the fine print.
I'm just going to
in
shameless
case
plug.
it doesn't happen.
Shameless plug.
I'm gonna go with it.
Okay. All right. So now, moving right along. Okay. So our questions. Okay, from this week from Marlene in New Jersey. I know Marlene in New York. It's not the same person though. She's in BK. Okay. So Marlene from New Jersey. Where's the most unique place that you found a talented actor? So many places. Actually, open call. Well, everybody knows Makai Pfeiffer was found at Open Call for Clockers. Also, Bokeem Woodbine, who I forget what television show he's on now, but we found him. He was the stand-in for Tretch on Juice, and that's how we found him.
Who was Makai?
Bokeem.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I think that's the strangest place I found somebody. No. Okay, I can say this because this is after Christian went to strip club. We found somebody there.
You can find a lot of talented people.
Stop.
Okay.
Just stop. Don't.
Stop right there.
Don't let that go immediately. Okay. On to the next question. Gregory in Cincinnati said, "How much input does the casting director have in making the final call on the cast? Okay, on the role, or are you just in charge of narrowing down the field of choices?" And the answer would be B. We are the vetting process, okay?
Yes.
We look for the best that's out there, we narrow it down so that our producer, our director, and now even our network doesn't have to see everybody. We present to them the best of the best.
There we go.
Okay, so
Gatekeepers.
we're the gatekeepers, exactly. Exactly. And last but not least, Margot in Pensacola says, since you just completed your first production on a short film, shameless plug for Untitled. No poster, no nothing. Okay. Production on a short film. I wanted your advice on this. I just wrote a short film. I want to make it in my local area. I'll be directing, producing. Oh, you're taking a lot. You're directing, producing, doing all the camera work.
Wow.
What do I look for when auditioning people with little to no acting experience? Wow. I would say what you do is you get the person, I guess almost typecast, get the person best suited for the role that has it's equal, best suited for the role and has the best acting chops. Because if they're not an actor, then they can't really transform themselves. Are you about to shameless plug yourself again?
What are you talking about?
I can't.
What you
But
say?
I produce a film, so I can.
What'd you say?
I'm
where'd
sorry,
this come
I
from?
didn't see that.
Oh.
Here.
Is this Untitled?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
By the way, next stop, Pocono.
We going to the Poconos, y'all.
So if you are in that area, come out. We'll be screening the film at the Pocono International Film Festival, and we would love to see you there. I think I heard Mr. Michael will be signing autographs, so be there.
When that day comes, I'm gonna cry and ask the people for their autographs too.
Oh,
Do I have yours?
Do I have yours? So yeah,
Sean Baker.
Sean Baker, happy birthday, Sean Baker.
We see you. We
Okay,
definitely
we see you. Shout out to Sean Baker. All right. Oh, can I say something? Can I tease them with something before we go on to the next thing? Because I know you gotta go into what's casting.
Right.
But we came up with an idea. We're gonna flesh it out more. But this is for you guys. Before the end of the year, we're gonna let our ActorScope viewers, especially our avid viewers, produce one of our shows. So, what does that mean? We'll give you more detail, but basically what it means is you'll be able to pick the topic, you'll be able to pick the guest, you'll be able to, and actually it's going to be one of our past guests, whoever your favorite guest was, we're going to have them back. And we may even have you come into the office to help us prep the day before. So you can really be, this is all coming off the dome now, it's coming off the dome. Stop me, I might go too far. Exactly.
More importantly, you're giving us a week off, so we appreciate you in advance.
No, stop. You must be here to supervise.
Oh, that's easy. I can supervise. Move that light, move this light.
But one of our lucky guests, or maybe two of our lucky guests, will come in and co-produce one of the shows before the end of the year. I would enjoy that because this show was created for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I would, this is like really, maybe we could even have an audience in and ask audience questions.
I think that sounds interesting.
I would love that.
Very interesting.
Okay, so
do you guys want to be audience members on our show? If so, go ahead and send an email. Let us know.
Let's do like the Wendy Williams show. Send in, you'll get tickets. They're free.
You'll get tickets,
and you can be our co-host for that day. That would be awesome.
WSA.
That's gonna be a nightmare for the camera work, though. That's gonna be a nightmare.
We got excellent cameramen here.
Okay, cool.
And women.
Okay, cool.
WSA.ActorScope@gmail.com. Send us an email.
I'm
Let us know.
getting excited thinking about it. Okay, all right. So I digress. Okay, it's all about you now. It's all about you.
Me?
All about you. Me? What's casting, Mike?
Hey everybody, what's casting? This is Mike Michaels, and I'm here again to let you know what's going on. Now, I am going to keep it really brief for one reason and one reason only. Our subject matter today is super duper important. So, with that being said, you know, if you see me, it's time to grab a pen and a paper. All right? You know, some people actually got smart last week, and I actually got emails after that said, hey, what was that email address again? And I sent it right away. And you know what? We appreciate you smart actors.
That means you're paying attention.
But I would prefer you to have a paper and pen. So go ahead and go for it right now, okay? So let's go. Let's see here. We've got MacGyver. And it's shooting here in Atlanta. And they need people immediately. Like, they need you to submit, like, today. Because it's going to shoot this Friday the 14th. They're looking for men and women with upscale, artsy looks and great wardrobe. All ethnicities,
I'm
21 years and older. You got it?
I'm here for all of that.
You might bump into Winsome, okay, when you go down there. Now listen, you must be available all day on the 14th. All day means all day.
I can't, I gotta work.
See? You gotta work? Then don't go. Then don't go. It's really easy, all right? If you got all day, go. You'll get paid. You'll probably even get fed, but don't hold me to that. Go ahead and send the email to artpatron@macatl@centralcasting.com. Again.
I think this show is like, you're too young to remember there was a show MacGyver years ago.
I used to hear about it. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you're probably like 2. But there was a show. Well, y'all can Google and find out about it. But yeah, so this looks like it's going to be a remake of that show. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and listen, guys, when they say they need you today, they need you today. All right, so it's going to be macatl@centralcasting.com and put Art Patron in the subject line. Next up, there's an untitled project coming up. No pun intended. No pun intended. There's an untitled project coming up, and if you want to be on there, send an email to ecatvextras@gmail.com. They're looking for super thin / skinny men and women, all ethnicities, 18 and up. And just put skinny man or woman in the subject line.
I'm not here for that one. I'm here for the curvy girls. Okay, go ahead.
You know, I don't bulked up a little bit, so you know, I probably don't. You know, I probably don't fit the description anymore.
Moving right along.
And on the absolute opposite side, casting call for let me
curvaceous female actors.
Very curvaceous female actor needed for a TV show, The Blacklist. It's going to be in New York. All right. We send y'all everywhere because you know everybody everywhere watches the show.
Can I get it? Wait. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
Hang on a second. There's been a slight interruption here. Okay. Hold on, Facebook. Periscope acting up.
It's a live show.
But they'll come back, so let's talk up here. What we want to tell you guys is the casting call is for obese female actors needed for a TV show, The Blacklist in New York. Go ahead. The shoot dates are going to be October 14th through October 27th. Welcome back, Periscope. Sorry about that.
October 27th, you said?
October 27th. I wonder what else important's going on.
Ring a bell.
It's a very
Why
special
does that
day.
ring a bell?
It's my sister's birthday.
No, actually, it's my birthday.
Oh, dropping the clues bombs for once on her birthday.
Okay, we will be accepting gifts and invitations to lunch and dinner for the rest of the month.
Absolutely.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. But for this casting call for the Blacklist, the submission deadline is October 17th. So make sure you get all your information in. And that's all I got for you guys today.
All right, cool. Thank you very much. And that was diverse. I really like that. I really like that. Check out our Periscope again, because somebody keeps calling. Okay, whoever's phone we're using, you can tell people don't call you between 1 and 1:30.
Don't call me
seriously,
between 1 and 1:30.
somebody's trying to really hate on
Right.
all the good stuff we give it.
Right.
Okay, now, all right. So you guys have waited. You've been patient, and you and I have been discussing this literally ad nauseum. I think people are tired of us talking about this, but I think we have to.
Yes.
We'd be remiss if we didn't. Okay, so first I'm going to read verbatim. As many of you know, Nate Parker's The Birth of a Nation was released this past weekend, and we understand that there's a lot going on around it, but what we want to discuss here at ActorScope is the film.
The film.
We want to talk about the film, not the filmmaker, because that's not what this is about. A few months ago, you and I had the pleasure of going to a private screening, along with my partner Donald, at the ABFF, and we both saw the film. And for those of you who have seen it, we want to know what your thoughts are. So definitely email us that. Email us that, put it on our page. If you've seen it, we want to know how you felt about the film. But why don't you tell us what you were thinking, Mike?
You know what? Just hear me out though. The comparison I'm going to make.
Always draws these
Now,
broad strokes.
it's broad, but I'm gonna bring it back in because think about it. The Bible is historic. It's something that's past, but it's so relevant to today. Same thing with this film. This film is a historical piece, but so many innuendos and so many things about it, some things that they talked about, specific lines even, correlate directly to today. So that's kind of why I wanted to go with that. But I love the movie. I love the way it was shot, the color schemes in the movie. I just always love movies that are thought-provoking and that make you think. And I believe that what the filmmaker decided to do is he wanted to make a product that would make people think. It would make them uncomfortable enough to do something.
Right. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think he went beyond wanting people to think. He wanted you to feel.
Yes.
He wanted you to feel, and I don't think anybody could have spent the 90 minutes in that theater, or 90 plus minutes, and not felt something. You know?
It was real.
You know, I mean, I feel like as the film goes, it's probably, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably one of the best that I've seen. And I don't have a lot of that. You know, my favorite's The Godfather, will always be The Godfather. But I have films that I love. I have films that I am inclined to own.
Right.
Right. So when this comes out in DVD and Blu-ray, I will be owning this film because it's the kind of film for me when I have my friends over and we're having a glass of wine and we want to have a deep discussion and get into something. This is what you pop in to provoke and stop and have a conversation, because these are the kinds of conversations that can change things. You just don't know where things begin. And I think that what this film does is it's the beginning of a conversation. It's not an answer. It's not a solution.
Right.
But it is the impetus to start a conversation that can change something.
Absolutely.
That's what I felt about it. And as a filmmaker, I really want to say, if you're a filmmaker, if you're in this industry, no matter the race, creed, or color, the age is a little bit graphic, so I wouldn't take very young people to see it. But I really feel that you should go out and see the film itself, okay? See the film. And I know that folks were disappointed when it didn't do as well as they thought it would. But one of the things that I discussed with you is historical films don't really do that well in the theater, because people don't want to go to the theater to be educated. They go to be entertained.
Right.
I mean, and for instance, like Malcolm X, we spent over, was on that one, we spent over $25 million getting that made. It made less than $10 million the first weekend. So as far as I'm concerned, Birth of a Nation is consistent and in good company, because that's what happens with those films. What I think is important about this film is that everybody should see it from an educational standpoint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that they should do something like they did, that Ava DuVernay did with Selma, and get it into the schools to start the conversation.
Absolutely.
Because we can't fix it until you can't fix a problem, and we're part of a larger systemic thing that's going on, until you get to the root. You know what I'm saying? You can cover it up, but if the root is still decaying, right? It's not going to bear any good fruit.
But that's also an interesting thing that you bring up, Ava DuVernay, because Selma, at first when it was released, it was only released, it had select releases.
Yeah.
But when it came out, on the opening weekend, national opening weekend, it made 11 million.
Right.
Yeah. But it went on to do,
and it was 20 million to make it, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is not like, I like people are like, oh, see, people. This is what happens with historical pieces. You know what I'm saying? They don't really do well because once again, people want to be entertained. They don't want to be educated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Education is in a different forum for them. That's not what they're paying for when they have a Friday night off.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I say all this to say that I hope if any of the filmmakers see this, look, you remain encouraged because this is par for the course, honey. This is par for the course.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed the film. It was tough to, well, let me not say enjoy, because you gotta understand, I saw it twice. So the funny thing that happened with me was, the first time I saw it, I had this feeling over me, like this cloud over me, and it took me a while to get out of it. But the second time around, I was able just to enjoy it as a masterful piece. So when it was over, I was the only person in there clapping. I think everybody else was, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
But do you remember how we reacted when we saw it the first time? You, Donald, and I went to see it the first time in a private screening, ABFF. Shout out to Cassandra Butcher Fox. But we came out of the theater, we got in our Uber, and we didn't speak to each other.
Yeah.
We were I don't think we wanted to look at each other. That's how emotionally taxing it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We were just like, that was deeper than anybody expected. So we forewarn you, while we say it's worth seeing, prepare yourself for the emotional roller coaster.
Absolutely.
Because there are a couple of times, I've seen it 3 times, and there's a couple of times I was still looking at it like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's how intense it is. And I really feel like the filmmaker, the director, did an amazing job choosing every single vignette. Everything that we saw was necessary. Nothing was gratuitous. And I think, I'm certain he makes his point.
Right.
He absolutely makes his point. As they need to be showing this at school. They need to be showing this at Tisch. They need to be showing it at filmmaking schools, AFI. Like, they need to be showing this, what a filmmaker, and I think what film was created to do.
Absolutely.
So it inspires me. It's films like that that make me know that I've chosen the right career path, and this is what I want to do with my life. You as a director, how did it affect you?
It did a lot, but there's kind of something that I do want to bring up about the film. Okay, now the opinions expressed are those of Mike Michaels,
exactly,
and
not of WSA. He's about to go on a rant. Disclaimer.
But here's what I will say. I believe there's multiple reasons, of course, why the film probably didn't do as well as some people might have wanted to do. Of course, the subject matter was very tough to swallow and to grip, but that was by design. And let's not forget, there was kind of a hurricane in the southeast. So, some people probably had a couple things to occupy instead of going to a theater. But I just do want to take a second to address the melanated multitude. My people, listen to me. Go and see this movie. Listen, I know there's a lot of things around the movie that are surrounded it, but it's nothing new. It's the same script over and over and over, guys. Go see the movie, because what the movie did is it took an indie film and they gave it a platform. Hollywood came in and they gave it a platform. And at the end of the day, all Hollywood really cares about is the bottom line. So if we want more movies or more people that are made by us, that look like us, that do things for us, then we have to support each other one brick at a time, okay? So
Can I piggyback on what you're saying?
Of course.
I'm not going to cut you off, but I want to say that, like, most of our audience are filmmakers or people who are in the film industry. Like, what we need you to do is tell somebody who's not a filmmaker, because they don't care. They're the ones, like, we're a small group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The melanated masses in filmmaking, it's an immediate small group.
Right.
We got to tell those who don't care about opening weekend why it should be opening weekend. If you planned on seeing it anyway, go opening weekend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you were going to spend the money anyway, because it's really hard to entice people who weren't going to see it.
Right.
But if you were going to see it, we just need you to know and spread the word that it's opening weekend that matters.
Let's do it.
Because we don't want to give them the excuse that nobody goes to see our movies.
Right.
But once again, I want to encourage Nate for a couple of reasons. One, the filmmakers, I don't want to make it just about one person. I want to encourage them because, one, they still were the highest paid for film at Sundance ever. Still broke that record to this. Until somebody surpasses you, you own that. Okay, so let's not negate what has come out of it. Number two, as somebody who's been in this industry going on almost 30 years, y'all couldn't have made this movie 10 years ago. You damn sure couldn't have made it 15 years ago.
That's real.
We would have never seen it. So there is progress in that, right? And third of all, when you do the research like you did, what happened this weekend, while it was disappointing, it wasn't expected, because that's what happens when our films about educating, our films that are about education, open up. Even Free State of Jones, which is not our film, right? Free State of Jones, the budget on that film was $50 million. Opening weekend, it made $7 million. Yo, don't be mad. Do not be mad. You made the same amount, and you made your film for 1/5 of that.
Right.
Come on, listen. Maybe people call me over optimistic, but I always want to look at the upside of everything. And in the end, at the end of the day, this is still a win.
Oh, it's a big W.
It's still a win.
So congratulations to Nate Parker. Congratulations to
filmmakers,
everybody who had anything to do with this.
Exactly, everybody who was in it. Like we said, we wanted to talk about the film. We were not anything that anybody might feel about the filmmaker. That's a different discussion. That's not what today was about.
Right. And I will say, come on, y'all. We made Patty $2 million in about a week. We can do it. We can do it.
Wherever that came from.
Well,
that being said,
who's
but I get very intense when I talk about that.
Right.
But
go see it this weekend. Break the box office this weekend.
Exactly.
This weekend.
And
break it.
Listen, take a friend.
Yes.
Like, go see this 2x2. That's the reason why, people always say children's movies do so well. Because, first of all, if it's a children's movie, first of all, at least 2 people are seeing it, because it has to be adult with a child. Right. And then a lot of times, an adult will take 3 or 4 children. So let's act like it's a children's movie. Don't take children to see it, but go to see it in groups, okay? I remember the last time we talked about this was actually Waiting to Exhale. You're too young to remember that too, right?
I got that one.
Oh, God. Okay, the age is always getting to me. But we went to see it as a group of 10 women. And then we had a conversation after it. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, guys, go take a friend, tell your friend to take a friend, and if you've seen it before, go to the box office and buy somebody else a ticket so they can see.
Yeah, why not? Buy people behind you.
Okay, so now we're going to wrap it up. And, Summy says. What does Summy have to say today?
What does Summy say today?
Oh, y'all stay tuned, because the Summy Says book is coming out. You'll be able to get it first. We'll hear about it here first on ActorScope. But today, Summy Says is quoting, I'm going to quote Thomas Edison, but I'm going to say something else about that too. My quote from Thomas Edison is, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So you're going to have to do the work. However, I found out something interesting about Thomas Edison the other day. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, right? Mm-hmm. He was afraid of the dark. So sometimes the thing that you fear the most will lead you to your greatness. Because remember, your greatness lies just outside your comfort zone.
Wow, that was deep.
Y'all ponder that for the rest of the week, and I will see you next week. Same bad time.
Same bad channel.
Woo!
All right, baby. We'll see you next week.
Come see us.
I'm terrified of being rich. Come on.